We are taught from childhood that the Earth is a simple, predictable sphere, a thin crust on the outside, a dense rocky mantle beneath that, and a metallic core at the center. It is treated as a solid, closed system. During the 8.8 magnitude Kamchatka earthquake in July 2025, global seismic arrays captured data that challenged that model. Look at this cross-section of the Earth's interior. When an earthquake hits, acoustic waves radiate outward. But in the Kamchatka data, researchers observed a massive seismic shadow zone. Beyond 100 degrees from the epicenter, P waves and S waves vanished, hitting an invisible internal boundary and scattering. Geologists track these dead zones to large, low shear velocity provinces, or LLSVPs. When seismic waves hit these massive regions, their speed drops drastically. This sharp refraction around a low-density boundary is why researchers are investigating the physics of large-scale internal voids. If those anomalies are indeed physical voids, the Earth is not a solid sphere at all. It is a shell, isolating a habitable expanse hundreds of miles beneath the mantle. If a cavity of that scale exists inside the planet, there has to be a physical way to reach it. The logistical trail begins in the year 1947. The United States Navy launched Operation High Jump, officially categorized as a scientific expedition to establish a research base in Antarctica. Deployment on this scale, carrier-based aircraft and combat-ready destroyers, exceeds the requirements of typical glacial mapping. Task Force 68 sent 4,700 men to the desolate southern ice. Commanding this force was Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a decorated naval officer and the era's premier polar explorer. Decades later, accounts surfaced of a secret diary kept by Byrd during the operation. The text details a flight path through a massive opening in the polar ice, revealing a strange, luminous glow ahead. He described green forests and a luminous glow that appeared to originate from within the Earth itself. Following the expedition, Byrd gave a cryptic interview to the International News Service. He warned that the United States needed to prepare for a new reality, where the country could be attacked by planes flying directly over the North or South Poles. When viewed alongside the seismic data and the Admiral's own testimony, the positioning of Task Force 68 suggests an objective beyond the surface ice, a military operation focused on the southern entrance to that internal void. The immediate physical problem with a subterranean ecosystem is sunlight. Without solar radiation, green forests and complex life seem biologically impossible. Biologists have recently mapped an environment they call the deep, dark energy biosphere. It turns out the continental subsurface is teeming with living organisms. This depth scale illustrates how that life survives. As we move down through miles of solid bedrock, we find extremophiles, intraterrestrial life forms that bypass the need for the sun entirely. They pull their energy directly from geothermal heat and subterranean chemical reactions. Now apply that mechanism to the massive LLSVP voids. Figure 2 in this research paper shows dome-like thermochemical superplumes rising right at the core mantle boundary. The Earth's core acts as a localized inner sun, radiating enough intense thermal energy to sustain a macro ecosystem. Life on the surface is subjected to asteroid strikes, massive glaciations, and atmospheric collapse. A biosphere shielded by hundreds of miles of rock never faces these reset events. Biological evolution down there has run uninterrupted for millions of years. This geological and biological alignment matches a specific thread in ancient human records, the legend of Agartha. The 4th century Hindu text, the Vishnu Purana, and early Tibetan Buddhist lore both detail an underworld populated by advanced beings. They refer to it as Patala, or Shambhala. Historians typically dismiss these accounts as spiritual metaphors, but viewed through the lens of modern seismology and deep biosphere biology, they read like literal historical records of human contact with the inner crust. A biosphere that has never faced a mass extinction event enjoys a significant evolutionary advantage. While surface life was repeatedly reset by ice ages and asteroid impacts, a civilization inside the Earth would have had millions of years of continuous, compounded development. Recently, sensors have picked up unexplained spikes in deep ocean magnetic anomalies and erratic seismic shifts. These deep ocean anomalies suggest an active, non-geological source. We may be seeing the physical signature of advanced infrastructure operating beneath the seafloor. We point our telescopes at the stars, looking for the slightest hint of advanced alien life. We are completely blind to the reality that the true apex species of this planet has been sitting right beneath our feet, and their doors are opening.